Okay, Coach, thank you. We are about 4,300 miles away from you there in Orlando as we come to you from the European home of the NFL, London, England. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Salt Lake City Flyers and the London Black Knights. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready? 50, plant. Go on. Watch the ship. Hey, go.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
I know he ain't got it. Check 26. Set. Pilot, 64. Weak.
On second down, here's Locke. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. 15 yards on the play. First down. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Johnson. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. A quick throw now complete to Ross. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 11 more on that one and another first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially as pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Samson Abuka able to take him down. It's a loss of 3.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Check three. X3. 218. Chop.
Locked to throw on 2nd down. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Locke going to throw. Screenplay. Johnson. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
The kick by McManus is good. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of Week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Ready, set. 51, Mike, 51. You gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this? Hey, team 6. Team 6. 51's the Mike. 51's the Mike. I'm coming for you. You mine. Check it out, Rick. Hey, lock it. Hey.
On 1st down, Rankin. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Go. Ready.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. Now he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10.
Hey, Mike, 51. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. 51's the Mike. Oh, you got D? Go, Mike, 51. Hey, orbit. Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Calm. Get it.
Operating from the gun. Rankin. He's going to fire one deep. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 33 yards that time.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Ready. 30 base. No chance. Hey, Sam off. Deep grip.
They try right side here. Gurley. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Come on, set. 15, Lonnie. 15 line. He's crossing. Go.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley.
You ain't doing nothing today.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
5. 61. Matchbox lights. Sit up.
From the gun, Rankin. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Well, that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on third down, Brady said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. The kick by Maher is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the second drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Going a little tennis on me.
I know you like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back out and they get a backhand. What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
I like that.
A really good backhand.
Get some nice top spin on the whole thing. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
This will be fielded at the 6. Then he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 28-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Let's get off the field. Switch it.
Johnson running right. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Tighten up.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. Ooh, the juke. Complete. It's Johnson. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll run it now out of the gun. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. 3-3, a tight one after 1 on EA Sports. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Locke. Man open, that's Kiki QT, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Ready? 90, Wolf.
On 2nd and 11 now. Lock. And a little floater there is incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Lock. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8 and a good first step there with 2nd and goal coming up. They'll run it with Johnson, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And his guys have taken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with the battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is now 10-3. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10.
Look at me. Go.
On 1st and 10, Rankin eluding the pressure right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And this results in 6 touchdowns. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having ball.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They still playing soccer.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Ready? 18 Gator. Check. Time go. Check 24.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Go. Whip. Watch the whip. Watch the safety creep.
He completes this to Sutton. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule.
60 Pittsburgh. Man, I got you. Get ready.
From midfield, here's Locke. This is the tight end Fant. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
It's been a long day for you. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Kill.
They'll run on first down. Johnson. And he's got room. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
In your face.
On first down, Dobbins. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
You can't block me.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Got an open man, it's QT. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Hey, switch gears. Hey, alert 3.
Johnson on the counter, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Duke Johnson, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. McManus's point after is good, and the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
51 the mic, boy, 51.
To throw on 2nd down. Rankin, he's letting it fly for Cooks. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown! Brandon Cooks, 74 yards. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This will be taken short. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The first update from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. It's the Chargers out to an early lead. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out.
Ready?
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at their 48-yard line.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Hey, Sam off.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And a rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Let's go. Hey, wahoo!
Right here, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51. Hey, here we go.
25. Check 25. Check 25. Check 3.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. That's going to set them back 5 yards. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. Good track. Alert flare.
Yes.
Sponge. No.
Ready.
Operating from the gun, Rankin. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Come on, D. Go, Mike 51.
Go.
Hey, let's go. Let's calm the crowd. Big stop. Let's go.
Mike 51. Mike 51.
Get it. Looking to throw on second down. Rankin. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Bravo. Ready to go.
Back to throw. Rankin. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
Hey, we got 3 down. Right here, guys. Fight 51.
Now. Let go.
Looking to throw. Rankin. And it's caught. Touchdown. Keenan Allen in the final seconds of the first half. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminated in touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Hey, let's go. Calm the crowd. Here we go.
Hey, exit. Look at me. Zipper.
51. Get your swerve on. 51 the mic, boy. 51.
Throwing again. Rankin. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Hey, Charlie.
Back to throw. Rankin. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 40. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the ground, this is Johnson. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Ready. Leo. Recon, 132 fighter. Check. Snap.
On 2nd and 9, Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he will take it in for the touchdown. Noah Fant, 29 yards. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. McManus's point after is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Hey, Orbit.
He's coming, double up.
Hey, Mike 51. Hey, defense, let's go.
51's the Mike. 51's the Mike.
From the gun, Rankin. Complete to Hilton. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That one goes for 24 yards.
And the London first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down.
Ready.
Operating from the gun, Rankin. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack there by Bradley Chubb. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Hey. Get it.
Looking to throw. Rankin. And he will find his man on the outside. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
3rd down.
6-6. Pull it high.
51's the Mike, boy. 51. You can't block me.
Mike 51.
Are you getting the headache? 51's the mic. 51.
Right. Deep grip.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Rankin nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Taken in at the 11. A good return there, 17 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. The last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
by the
time we have to leave the booth.
50 seconds.
Go on.
Check right. Check hot route. Hot. Switch.
Hit it.
Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. They just look like they're having fun out there. Big lead. There's another big play on the big run. I mean, they can't be stopped.
I'm a little bit older than you, as you well know, partner. You tend to tell me that all the time. But it used to be a big-time song, and the lyric was, "Summertime and the living is easy." Right now, it's football time, and the running is easy for this crew.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Check. Pick the edge.
Go.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. Good move by Duke. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Okay, ready?
26 Mike. I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine, baby. You gonna get this. You're all mine.
He's coming. We got double up. 5.
On 3rd down, Dobbins. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A gain of 11 and a 1st down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Set, ready? 60 outlaw.
Mike 21. Hey, I'm coming.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Johnson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. It's been a remarkable day at the office for him running the football. Those yards just continue to pile well past 100.
And how about more than double-digit carries in the second half alone? That's what you want as a runner because you've got to prove to your offensive line that you're going to be as tough as they are. They don't rotate in and out on every play. Running backs often do, so those who can stay out there with their offensive linemen, those are the guys they really value.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Throwing on second down. Locke. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Duke Johnson with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns as his guys continue to pour it on. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And he'll bring it back to about the 5-yard line. And he'll bring it back to about the 5-yard line.
First down and goal.
The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. And down to a knee. Well, that's one option. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. And a curious play call here, to say the least. Thought it might be a trick, but no, he actually goes down to a knee. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? And now they'll take a knee here. And my partner now is speechless, and so am I. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And McManus able to put it through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So not sure how they feel about that. They had golden field position to start the drive after the fumble recovery, but they went backward and then got 3.
Well, let's go from gold to silver, because the silver lining is they got the 3, right? You were talking about the golden field position. They didn't take advantage of it. That has to feel like a letdown.
You always stand ready to pounce. Always.
Ready?
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Ready?
51 to Mike. Check pass. Check pass.
To throw on second down. Rankin. And incomplete. He was looking for Todd Gurley. But now it'll be third down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
The offense on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
Go.
Mike 51. Mike 51.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this.
From the gun, Rankin. And that is incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Mike 51. Mike 51. Gotta do better. Come on, QB. Come on. Joker, Joker. Joker, Joker. Watch twist.
Go.
Twist.
5.
On 4th down, Rankin. And this is incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away.
Everyone gears up for third down, talks about the importance of it. But 4th down, that's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it?
Everything's dialed up a little bit more. And, it's such a momentum play, isn't it?
Absolutely, because it can flip either way depending on who converts on 4th down.
On 1st down, it's Johnson. Shrugs off another. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must have.
They had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
Here we go. 70, Indy.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. Yeah, boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Ready.
Wilson. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, y'all. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Get it.
And they'll indeed take a knee. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
Can't afford another delay here as they come up again on 2nd and goal. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Now hold on a second. Why would they decline that, Charles?
I don't have a good answer for you, but let's work the math here a little bit. If you take the penalty, you get 5 yards. Minimum.
You're in the positive in the yardage, and you get to rerun the down you just had.
I like that. I like that little extra on top of the whole thing. This makes 0 sense.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. And they will take a knee here. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And they're not going to get the kick off in time. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by McManus is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. Good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think they factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, zoom. Hey, go.
Looking to throw on second down. Rankin. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Back to throw. Rankin. Flushed out right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player on the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
51's the Mike. 51's the Mike. He's scared. Mike 51. Mike 51.
To throw again. Rankin. He gets it to Cooks. A gain there of 21 yards.
It's a gain of 21 yards. That's another London first down. First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing on first down. Rankin flush to his right. He's got it to Hilton. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Ready? 30 base.
51. Come on, D.
Rock it. Snap.
Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a third down.
You got tight. You got tight right there.
X3. 218. Chopper. Bravo.
False start there. That will set the offense back 5 yards.
Brandon, the lineman certainly flinched there before the snap. A good call.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long.
Hey. High 7.
51, Mike. Mike 51. Watch the curl.
Hey.
Mike 51. Here we go.
Hey, exit.
Operating from the gun. Rankin. He's got Allen. And they're going to get him down shy of the first at about the 13-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Let's go, D.
Hard.
Twitch.
And ready.
On 4th down. Rankin escaping the pressure right. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And as a result, possession switches hands. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, Why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys